There you go. Now, welcome to the show. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Everybody can say you can hear me now, and we're going to have a great show today. We're going to discuss tomorrow's drops. We're going to discuss. Can you guys hear me now? I think so. We're going to discuss tomorrow's drops. We're also going to discuss all the names that are available today that you can register. So there's quite a few of them. We're also going to go over landing pages. Good to see everyone can hear me now. I'm starting to fill up. So let's start with a quick story. Introduction, you know who I am, Adam Dicker, the host of The Art of the Name. Yesterday, I was online with a friend of mine, Melanie, who I've mentioned before, and she was asking me and telling me about a really good thing that's really popular in the US, and I should get into it. And she said, go see who owns hormonetherapy.com and hormonetherapy.ca. So I looked up hormonetherapy.com. I think it was $10,000 or something like that. I barely remember. And then I looked up hormonetherapy.ca, and it was like, I don't know, $3,000 or $2,500. And I went to see who owns it and check it out. And to our surprise, Melanie and mine, because I was sharing my screen, it was actually me who owns it. So there I was, all prepared to invest and get into it, but I actually owned the domain name. So that was it was a quick one. So sometimes when you have a lot of domain names, you barely remember, although I'm usually pretty good at knowing what I own, but I wasn't sure about hormone therapy. So I was going to try to buy it, looked into the CA and found out I actually owned it. Anyway, also, for those of you that are buying domain names on a regular basis, make sure that you always consider what country you're in and what target market you're after as far as country goes, because there's a lot of spelling variations, and I've seen a lot of typo and misspelled domains lately. So pay attention. The hardest word to spell in any country, and I think there's 6 or 8 different variations, is counselor, like as in grief counselor or legal counselor. So be careful with that one. UK and Canada have an OU, the US does not. A lot of other countries are different, so make sure you check into that. Before you register the domain names, if you're after selling in the US market, make sure you have the US spellings. Otherwise, you're going to have an issue with that. So a lot of people are posting names for sale, a lot of them posting names for valuation that aren't really good, and then there's some that are. So we want to make sure that we narrow them down. Part of the benefit of the group is you can post names that you're thinking of buying, and we can give you a good idea, and hopefully nobody steals it like happened to one person, or after you buy it, we can tell you roughly what it would be valued at. Remember, you're not trying to sell to resellers or domainers, you are trying to sell to the end users. Another point that I wanted to get is that some people are asking about brokering domain names. If you're not concentrating on selling your own names 100%, I don't see why anybody would trust you to give you their names for 10 or 20%. So you can broker domain names, but honestly, work on selling your own and learning the outbound strategies that you need to help sell your own domain names. Okay, lots of people here, so let's get started. Keep an eye on those, some good topics for you. There's a new thing coming out with hemp clothes. Hemp is everywhere, so pay attention to that. Also, digital forensics is a really good term to keep an eye on. It's a pretty cool term. Google it later and see what you can find in that area. It's going to be really big. Comments coming in fast and furious. I was ready to purchase social expertise because I can use it for a client, and lo and behold, I own it. Yeah, that happens. Happens once in a while, especially if you're buying a lot of names at the same time and things like that quickly. All right, without any delays, let's take a look at the drops for tomorrow. I think there's some good ones in there. We'll take a look and see what we have. So let me pull up the tool, make sure I have the right list. I do. Let's share and go through the drops. Share screen, and let's go to the window. I'm hoping this is the right one. Share. It is. Okay, so if we look at the drops, you guys can't see them yet. I will get my face out of there because you don't need to see me and you don't need to see the banner for the Art of the Name. You already know where you are. So I'll make this list bigger for you afterwards, but let's take a look. So budget blinds, 62 searches a month. It's a pretty good domain name. I think it's like it'd be better if it wasn't budgets. Budget blinds would be better, so probably stay away from that one. At the end of this, I'll go over what I think my top 10 are for tomorrow, and we can look at them. Instant Pots review, again, a badass. I leave some of these in there to tell you to make sure you don't get them with the wrong letter in there. Montreal Rental Cars, 1,100 people, 1,130 people a month look for it. It's a good name. The dentist centers, I believe the Dentist Center is also in here, but we'll look later. Again, this is one of those names where ER is the American way and RE is the Canadian or British way, so pay attention to that when you're registering it. Fast approved loans, any loans domains really sell well. Safe tampons, I'm sure that's another one that has safe tampon and safe tampons dropping tomorrow. 2,000 people a day look for it. It'd be great for an information site. Pup Gifts, if you want to do a gift site for puppies, pretty good thing. There's the other one, the singular of safe tampon at 4,400. Blood reporting. A lot of people analyze blood and they believe in a lot of things to do with like almost horoscopes and blood typing. So blood reporting is okay. I'm not sure I'd get it. Canadian Charters, edibles package, obviously popular. 6,000 people a month looking for edibles. If they can buy a package and buy them in a group or a bunch of packages, it's a good name. 6,000 people a month. Ape Cash, there's been a lot of Ape NFT lately, so I figured I'd leave that one in with 6,100 a month. Health snack foods, like healthy snack foods, people are Googling it, 9,000 people a month. Men's grooming, this could be anything from a kit to anything else, 11,000 a month. Moles removal pen, rather have mole removal pen, but people are Googling it with the S, so I left it in, 12,000. Here's the Dentist Center, again with the singular, which people are looking for. Now, if you think about it, it makes more sense that they're looking for the singular more than the plural, because they're looking for one dentist center and they're not looking for multiple dentist centers. They need one dentist. There was a good name that came up, by the way, in the chat group of the Art of the Name today. I forget the city, but I think it was San Antonio Psychiatry. Psychiatry is a good name to grab if you're looking for a service name and add a city in front of it, because then you're not using psychiatrists or psychiatrists. The S is much harder to sell on psychiatrists because you need a clinic that has multiple psychiatrists. So always a singular looks better. Next, we go to Learn Developer. I guess it's for somebody who wants to learn how to become a developer. You could use it as a brandable. 20,000 people a month go there. Compressing image online. Everybody uses free tools. You could build that site up, put a free tool, and then have something to do with impressions and AdSense or whatever you want. Ellipticals, all the rage. Folding elliptical, 25,000 people a month look for folding elliptical. That's obviously a good domain. It's a product. You can actually do whatever you want, send it to Amazon, build a site, obviously. Another thing that came up in the group is you cannot direct link to Amazon products. So you can't take folding elliptical and direct it directly to the Amazon link for that product. You have to have a site. I had one account shut down because I tried to forward all my domains to the thing and they just shut me down pretty quick. So make sure you build a site for it. One of the places you can look is Instant Fresh Store. They allow you for, I think it's 99 bucks or 49 bucks. I think they have a free package where they basically set up the whole Amazon store for you and you put up products and you basically put them, they've got some pre-designed stores you can use. It's pretty good. I have no affiliation with it, but it's an interesting company. Liquid Glass Repair, 25,000 people are looking for that. Obviously a good domain name. Infrared Thermometer Guns, 26,000 a month. Traveling backpacks, 30,000 a month are looking for backpacks that are good for traveling or already prepared backpacks filled with stuff, so that's a good one. Lower body lifts, I guess it's leg day. 38,000 people are looking at lower body lifts to figure out what they can do to help them. Roots extracts, which would be multiple roots, so 43,000 people. A relationship necklace, that would probably be a choker, no pun intended. Well, actually, pun intended. 43,000 people look for what's called a relationship necklace. I have no idea what it is. Email penpals.com. So I owned penpals.com for a while. I sold it probably in the early 2000s. Email pen pals is a better name than what I had because pen pals are no longer done, and that was all done through letter writing. 43,000 people look for email pen pals. Help for Addictions, great name. 48,000 people a month. Sorry, 47,000. Great name. You want to go after that. Glucose testing strips, really great product. Anybody with diabetes needs them. Great product, great affiliate site. That's a great name dropping tomorrow. Maven Hotel, for those of you that may or may not know, a Maven is an expert in Yiddish, and it means Maven Hotel, like an expert hotel. But anyway, it's a popular name. 70,000 people look for that. Testing cables, 69,700 looking to test cables and things like that. Must be a big business, I guess. Spanish medium. Well, if you only speak Spanish and you don't speak English and you need a medium to give you your tarot or your Your astrology, you would go to a Spanish medium. 73,000 people look at a Spanish medium. Fetal heart monitoring, 105,000. Pretty good. They probably have like a home kit for parents who are need it, or parents who are paranoid to make sure everything's going okay, or they just check with the baby to see what's going on. But fetal heart monitoring, 105,000 people, pretty cool. Desktop remote access. Lots of people use it. We used AnyDesk or Teamwear or a couple other products to get to remote desktops. So I use it almost every other day to let people get in or get into somebody's computer to fix it. 105,000, that's a pretty good one. Smoothie blends. You could definitely list all kinds of smoothies. What a great content site that would be. Just with AdSense, you'd do a lot with content. Every type of smoothie possible you could put up there. Safeguard policy, every company has a safeguard policy. 155,000 people a month. Building technologist, interesting, not sure what I'd do with that one. 172,000 a month. Inflatable car bed, 206,000 a month. Still a product, it's good. Indoor garden designs, that's a whole business in itself, 212,000. Shipment order, I'm not sure about the wording on this, but if you're a shipment company, you could probably find it, 229,000. And then if you aren't afraid of clowns and want to paint yourself up as a clown, Clown Paint for 252,000 has a lot of traffic, and obviously it's a product for where clowns can come and buy stuff. The future computer. There's another thing in here with future that was pretty good, but the future computer at 261,000's got quite a bit. The next one is left in because it's a trademark, and I do not suggest you grab it, katespadepurses.com. Yes, it has 250,000 people looking for it every month, but yes, you will also get a letter that says, hey, give us our domain back, and you owe us $100,000 in a fee plus all the money you've made off the domain name. Mosquito door, 326,000. Sounds like a screen door or something a little bit better than that, but sounds like it's a good product. Mosquito door. Injection water, 413,000, probably oxygen injected or something like that. Laptop desk stand, 494,000. Could be a laptop desk or a stand or laptop desk stand, who knows. Sportman watches, men's sport watches, 554,000 people Google sport men watches. Along with the future computer, you would probably want the future phone, which has 600,000 people searching it for a month, twice of the future computer. And then we also have office labor. I don't know why this one didn't really have a lot of CPC, but I think it's a pretty good name. Office labor at 636,000 uniques a month. At-home glass, if you need to replace anything, I mean, it's great for doors, windows, whatever you need. It's a good brandable for a company. Men's shavers, prefer men's shavers, but men's shavers here isn't bad. 820,000 a month. And then granite kitchen sink, 960,000 people a month Google granite kitchen sink. Reducing sugars, everybody wants to reduce sugars, so that's a good domain, 1.2 million. Shoes release, I guess it's to announce when new shoes are going to be released. And thanks to those who posted adamsshoes.com dropping yesterday in the drops. No, I did not get it. But back in the day when I was one of the few people purchasing domains, I did buy Adam's List and Adam's Tools and use those to post all the tools that I had. So I would know where to find them because I would lose them in bookmarks. Anyway, shoes release, that's, I guess, what it is. Alpha hydroxy acid, 1.4 million people. A toxicology report, for those of you that are into toxicology reports, I don't know if there's a better place to try to get one or request one. There may be a service, and then you can contact the funeral homes, and I don't know how that would work, but interesting. Selling products, 7.2 million people for sellingproduct.com. That's obviously a decent one. Throat cancer treatment, also a very popular one, 7.4 million. Adult earning instead of adult learning. It's pretty good at 9 million. I'm not sure what brandable you do with it. Could be a job site, could be anything, but it's pretty good. Cookies management, for those of you that know what cookie consent is, or CCPA or GDPR, you'll know that cookies management and cookie consent are important at 9.2 million. And then a name that I'm leaving on here, but it's misspelled, Stella McCartney. Spelt wrong, I believe there's an extra A there, but you're looking at like 84 million people Google this name, Stella McCartney. Those are your drops for tomorrow. Let's narrow down what I would chase, and any comments are welcome. I will drop Stella McCartney. I will keep cookies management, even though it may be off. Selling product, I'll get rid of. The hydroxy, the shears release, not really interested. I don't think I'm going to sell kitchen sinks. Future phone. It's hard to really decide which ones you want to keep here. Kate Spade, clown paint may be a good product. We'll see. Indoor garden designs is good. Building technologist, safeguard. I like Smoothie Blends. I think it's a really good domain name. Fetal heart monitoring is huge. The medium may be good. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to delete most of these because I'm not going to keep most of these if I have to pick a top 10. Fast approved loans is good. Let's see what we end up with when we get down here. Edibles packages, I deleted that one, but that one's not bad. Learn developer, the dentist center. Folding elliptical, I would keep that one even though I just took it off. So let me go find it over here. I would definitely keep folding elliptical. I think that's a really good name. Let me put it back on. I was a little too quick with my movement. Where it is, there it is. Back. Okay, so I'll keep folding elliptical, get rid of this, traveling backpacks, lower body lifts, roots extract, relationship necklace, email pen pals, help for addictions is good. The testing strips I'm definitely keeping. Let's see what else we got here. Future computer, don't care, mosquito door, injection water, laptop stand, office labor, at-home glass, men's shavers. Sorry, got to get rid of you because of that. I'll keep folding elliptical, cookies management, adult earning. I kind of like it. Reducing sugars, smoothie blends, fetal monitoring, glucose testing strips. I'll keep all of these and I'll probably try to back order most of them. The only one I'm not sure of is adult earning, but it's got traffic. The rest of them I'm going to try to back order. There's 13 in here, and you can obviously go after whatever you want or whatever you don't want, up to you. That's the end of tomorrow's drops. So I will export the list of drops, which I already have, and I'll upload it to the shared folder for you guys. Any questions, any concerns, anything you want to know? Let me export this list of the names that I actually wanted to keep, and I'll move it so I can actually back order these tomorrow, and we'll get rid of that. Comments, questions, any names you like? What do you like? How's the CPC? Okay, let's see what we're getting here. How's the CPC info for the tool coming? It's coming well. There is a release coming on Monday. By Friday, I'm going to post a link that says, teaches you guys how to download and set up your own Google API. You will need that for the CPC tool. It'll be a walkthrough, and then you can go ahead and grab that. And then when you download the tool on Monday, everything's going to work great. So that's your answer, Mark. Anybody have any questions or comments on the drops that are dropping tomorrow? What were your favorites? You can let me know. While you're doing that, I will move on to the next section. Let's see. Yeah, I do find that people are, somebody asking about SEMrush, will it be integrated into the tool? Most probably, we are testing the API now. We're looking at 3 or 4 different APIs, but one of them will be integrated. Robert, love these tomorrow is a good day as they're better than average. I didn't really think they were better than average when I looked at the list, but when I knocked it down to the top 13 or something like that, like there's a lot of them that are on there that are really good names, like glucose test strips and things like that. Products and services, always good. Mark likes future phone, not future computer. Okay, and then there is another announcement. Oh, you guys, I hope you got my message about looking into digital forensics and hormone therapy. Take a look at both of those things. Also, we are starting a registrar for the Art of the Name group, a registrar and hosting company for the masterclass. Some people already have a good group of them that were in the masterclass have percentages already of it. We're going to be setting it up on SMB for small and medium business, registrar and small and medium business hosting. So we will have smbregistrar.io, smbhosting.io, smbregister.com, and smbhosting.com, which will be set up and hopefully running by next week. And everybody in the masterclass will get things at cost, and everybody in the rest of the group, you'll get some good pricing too, and you'll make money, and there'll be affiliate stuff for everybody to make money on all of these services. Also started designing some custom plugins. So there is some really good stuff that I'm designing. The first plugin is for those of you that do web design or web development. It will add an admin user to the sites that you develop, and you'll be able to control it. So if the customer ever decides not to pay you, you won't get screwed. It'll have privacy and permissions things and stuff approval, but it'll be in there for you. It also gives you access to admin level if you ever need it for anything, and you need to help your customer log in and do something for them. All right. we already talked about domain selling. Anybody have any questions before we start to head to something else? Like we have a big topic today about how to create an effective landing page. This is not a park page. This is a landing page, and there are 9 or 10 tips that I'm going to give you for that will make your landing pages much better. We're also working on a ClickFunnels type landing page that will be good for your domain names, where you can actually sell the domain name and sell a product for the people who come there, because half the time you get people coming over there and they're actually looking for the domain name and what's on the domain name rather than actually looking to buy the domain name, so we might as well sell them a product. So for example, if we have arthritiscure.com or .ca or .whatever, and we get traffic to it, we can have our arthritis cure there, which you'll make 60 to 70% on based on ClickBank. Plus, you'll also be able to sell a domain name, so you should make money both ways. Again, working on ClickFunnels to help with that. Somebody says, can't wait for the registrar. And the same person says, hey, have you thought about a virtual call center for outbounding as a team? Yeah, I'd be open to doing that. Obviously, depending on what country we are, it's better if we have somebody who speaks the language, but we would definitely need somebody that could manage that team, and I'm certainly open to doing it for either the masterclass or the art of the name. If there's people that want to get into it, I'm happy to do that. And I would be able to train them and really get that going properly, so they're trained properly. What are my thoughts on a service near me name? Well, it's pretty good, because every time I Google something, I don't know why this one came up, but massage near me or Italian food near me or something like that, it always shows me who's near me. So I think it's not bad. I don't know. You'd still have to do a lot of SEO for it. And the problem is you're competing with Google, who pops up the near me stuff automatically. So not sure about that one, but certainly worth a look or a test. Okay, do we want to go to the main topic, or do we want to go to the available names? Let's look at the main topic. So, okay, so we're talking about landing pages, and I have an example to show you, but first I'll give you the 9 steps, and then I'll go through it. I might as well show the example now, and then I'll walk through the steps. So we'll share my screen, and let's look at it. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so this is a good idea for a landing page. I'm just going to pull it over here so I can see it. So basically what you want is you need an awesome headline that can't be ignored. You want it to be clean and organized, design, simple. You want to be a minimalist. You don't want to add too much. You want to put a video here if you can, with some sort of an eye candy image, which is something that will just attract their attention and keep them interested. You also want to make sure that everything that you're doing, most of the stuff is on the top of the page, because just like a newspaper, the top of the page is the most important thing. And you want to have a big call to action. So here you want to have your little points on what it is, bullet points, what features and what amazing features, a little video describing it. You want some logos of companies here that you're actually dealing with, so it gives you credibility. And then you also want some trust signals, which say the logos are trust signals and the testimonials are trust signals. This is an ideal landing page. So if we had a thing here on, what did I say, the cures for gout, we would have a video here discussing what gout is and then the possible cures. Here would be 4 or 5 subheadings on what we could do, or what the product has that helps with the curing of gout, or the minimalization of side effects, or what foods you should avoid if you have gout, and then a call to action to buy the ebook or download a free ebook to get them on a list where we can actually market to them for the same thing, and then we go through that. So ideally 9 points: clean, organized design. Be a minimalist. In other words, don't have a lot of content. You guys, a lot of you like to bulk up your emails and your sales emails as well with a lot of content. Too much, people don't scroll. If you don't have their interest by the heading or the subheading, you're really not going to keep them. So it's the top of the page that's going to be the most important thing in your sales emails and in your landing pages. Use a header to broadcast the value or offer. So whatever it is that you're trying to get out to them, if it's like $50 off the domain name or whatever it is, make sure that your heading is important. Make sure you have the trust signals. Make sure your page is mobile friendly. I can't tell you how many landing pages I've been at where they're not mobile friendly, and it's just a complete waste, because most people are looking up domains and things on their phones these days. Even most businesses, a lot of them are almost 70% phone, tablet, or mobiles right now. So make sure it's mobile friendly. Make sure if you're going to have a form, which is okay too, by the way, The call to action usually will take you to a form, or you can have a built-in form right there. Make sure you have a short form. Nothing is more intimidating than coming to a form that asks for 6 to 8 fields. So make sure you only ask for the minimum required information you need to get in contact with them or make a sale or whatever you're trying to do. Also, tailor your forms based on who you're targeting, your audience. So a chiropractic form will not look the same as a gout cure form. Make sure that you're not using all the same forms and all the same looks and all the same everything. Also, make sure when you're building your forms, you're also thinking about SEO, because your form is on a domain name like goutcures.com or whatever the domain is, great gout cures, best gout cures. Make sure you set up your form to be optimized for SEO. That way you'll get the extra traffic, and you can also buy some Google AdSense or Facebook ads for like 5 to 10 cents and bring traffic to your page. If you spend about $5, you're probably going to get a lot of traffic, and you may end up selling a lot of the products more than selling the domain name, which in a lot of cases will be better for you than actually selling the domain name. So after you're done with tailoring it to the audiences, you want to match the landing page copy with any PPC ads that you're doing. Again, so target it to any campaigns that you want to build. You also want to test this thing. You want to A/B test it. You want to make sure that you even take a look at the colors. Make sure that the colors you choose are appropriate for what you're selling. For example, orange means clarity and warmth. Red is exciting and bold. Green represents growth, money, and vitality. Blue is dependable and strong. So if you're selling a piece of furniture, you probably want them to get the dependability and strong feature. White is balanced, neutral, and calm, depending on what you want to do with that. And then purple is used to note creativity and imagination. So anything that you want to do, make sure that you're looking at what these colors are. I will make this list of features available to you for the landing page. It'll be in the same shared group as everything else. And the color list will be there as well. But again, remember, every color produces different emotions and feelings, which it may not be readily identified on the surface, but colors, they have that subconscious level of messaging that's really important. So make sure that you pay attention to that. Back in the day, everything used to be like black, and then red would be the color of the parked ads and things like that. But now you know that it's all different stuff. So again, I'll post these things in there, the top 9 tactics for an effective landing page. Again, make sure that you use all of them. And the 10th one is obviously make sure you SEO your page. And if anybody needs help, I'll post a couple of sample ads. And I'll post this picture so you understand what to do and have it. The other thing that you want to do, and I'm going to come back to you, but there is a link you want to test, and I'll post it in the group. And I'll tell you right now before I post it, it's www.wordstream.com/landing-page. That's wordstream.com/landing-page. And what that does is it gives you the ability to test your landing page to see if it meets all or most of these criterion. So you want to check that out. I'll now post it in the group for you guys so you have it. There you go. And I'll even put it on a banner in case anybody has any questions about it. This is where you can actually test your landing pages and see how good they are. So make sure that you go to wordstream.com/landing-page. Again, I have no official relationship with these guys, but if you want to see how your landing page stacks up, it will run some tests and it'll tell you. The other thing that's really important is make sure your speed is very strong. When you're ranking a site or a niche site or a website or a landing page, speed is very important. Make sure that your speed is good. Okay, so those of you will have that, and I will post all that stuff into the shared folder that we have for the name, and you'll get all the information on the tips and the pictures. Anybody have any questions before we go on to the speed round that I know you guys love so much? I'll have a sip of coffee while I wait for your questions, and then we'll go on. No questions so far. So we have a pretty good list of available domain names. Some are great, some are so-so. There are 82 names available right now that you may want. Not that I'm not sure people will care, but there is, this is, well, they will care about this one. George Floyd, I think he must have had his incident where he was murdered by the police officer maybe a year ago, because there's a lot of George Floyd domains in the drops today and tomorrow and for the next couple days. Okay, without further ado, with no questions, I will switch over to the available domain names. All that I ask is that you guys post which names you grabbed and post which names you like. And good luck to everybody. It's going to be a fast draw. And we'll get started. Okay, time to share. Let's pull a tool over here. Again, I'm using the expired domain search tool for all of this. I don't use anything else. I can do this in about half an hour now, so it saves me a lot of time where it used to take me hours to look for these names. Okay, here we go. We are sharing, and I should be out of the picture. Okay, I'll make this list bigger afterwards so you can see it, but for now, this is the best I can do. I cannot zoom in on this thing. So first one, mole pen remover. It's a pen remover that takes out moles. US marriage visas, popular with 1,200 searches a month. Kitchen remodeling contractors. This is a whole business, so somebody should grab this one, 1,250. Diamond pointers, I guess it's for laser pointers or pointing at boards, 2,000. Lotus planters, 2,500. Blackhead cleanse, this is a real thing, so people should pick that one up. Ears outlet, I left this in because it's kind of a cute name for a hearing aid company. You could probably use it for something else, I don't know. Coloring clubs, lots of kids clubs, big popular online. The exchange jewelry. Jewelry is one of those words that's spelled multiple ways in Canada, the US, and all over. So check that one. But 8,000 people spell it this way a month, so that's good enough for me. Marketer trends. If you're a marketer, you want to follow up on the trends. I love this name because that's what I do is marketing, digital marketing. That's almost 10,000 people a month. Finance consultant services, 10,000 people a month. Tetra filters, 10,000 a month. Counseling course online, almost 11,000 a month. Lots of keto names in here, by the way. Keto with food. I'll give a couple of them away now, but you've got keto gnocchi, 11,300. Teeth whitening teeth gel, 12,800. Fulfill services, 13,200. Gold coin seller, for those of you who've been stocking up on gold and silver, this is a good name, 13,500. Duvet linens, I'm not even sure if these things are the same, 13,800. Preschool lesson plans, if you are want to build a site or get something for teachers, preschool lesson plans are big, and there's lots of sites that actually sell them. I left Batman hats in here because they're so popular at 15,800. You can make your own adult choices. Tree trimming tools, 17,000 people a month look for tree trimming tools. That sounds like a good one to me. Executives offices, 20,000, 21,000 look for executives offices. I would prefer executive offices, but people Google it anyway. Best kids cycles, highly Googled, 27,000. Keto flowers, again, more food with keto, 30,000. Antiseptic powder, 30,000. Dairy-free yogurts, wasn't sure to keep this in, and then since I'm allergic to milk, I left it in, 35,000 dairy-free yogurts. Hardware crypto wallets, most crypto wallets through Ledger or through SafePal are hardware crypto wallets, so 35,000 people Googling them are pretty good. Flag markers, I thought about these, this could be a business. I think it's those flags that people put out. Well, you could mark distances, but you can also mark where things are, like the water, the hydro, and all that stuff. 35,000 a month. Face scarves, 37,000 a month. Face scarves. Office renovator. So this was not really, I don't know why it didn't have more traffic or more CPC. 37,600. Office renovations is the number one, but office renovator sounds pretty good to me. Photographic learning, for those of you that have a photographic memory, photographic learning is hard to forget. Concealers for men, well, men use them. So 44,000, it's a product. Henri Rousseau, a famous Frenchman, 46,000. It's a great name if you want to grab it. It's free and available. Muscle building food, well, that would be, everybody wants proteins or whatever they want. 49,000 people are looking for muscle building foods. Paint scroll, I don't know what this is, but it could be something to do with painting. Lots of traffic. Earphone headband, interesting, 50,000 people a month. Above ground pool install. I mean, above ground pool would be good. Above ground pool install, not bad. You could build a business. 61,000 people look for it. Easy website build. Well, who doesn't want an easy website build? Okay, now we're getting into some weird stuff. Rebrand logo, which is a business on its own. There's also, and I'll tell you now, logo rebrand. So rebrand logo and logo rebrand, both great names. Great for a business on its own. Insurance for renter, 68,600. I picked up insurance for business the other day, and that was a good one. Pregnancy clothing, that's like maternity clothing, pregnancy clothing, 80,000 a month, business on its own. This one I had to Google, a sugar glider, a pet sugar glider, 80,000 people look for it, and I Googled it. It looked like a cute little monkey or something to me, but it was really cute. Lots of people like huskies, dogs, 80,000. I'm not sure the S is good there, but still okay. Mortgage financiers, 88,700. And then the famous keto spaghetti, 89 or 90,000 people look for keto spaghetti. There's the other version of rebrand logo, is at 104,000. Commerce templates, interesting, 122,000. Countertops installed, definitely a business, 132,000 a month. Facial hair trim, that could be anybody, 136,000. There's lawyers for companies, 136,000. Pretty good name for a lawyer who's running a business. So I left the next one in, witchcraft and love spells, because I used to own witchcraft.com, and I know witchcraft love spells has a huge, huge CPC, and with 148,000 people looking a month, it's a domain you want to get, even if you think it's odd. Tester perfumes, you get them at every cosmetics counter, 152,000. Donated toys, great name for a business. Donated toys, 153,000. Blood ketones, 157,000. Glasses face shield, could be a face shield for people that wear glasses, or it could just be the type of face shield, 167,000. Kids at school lunches, looks like it's the proper placement of S's all over, 181,000. They're looking for healthy kid lunches. And then this one's interesting, new earphones. Who doesn't want new earphones? 194,000 people a month. That's definitely a good one to sell a product on. Cat self-groomer, 195,000. Cats are independent anyway. They really don't need us for anything, so get them a self-grooming kit, and I'm sure they'll learn how to use it. Rooms for letting, like rent, probably the British version, subletting, letting. Papaya face wash, 217,000 people want to wash their face with papaya face wash. It's a product. Professional website designing, could be professional web designing. This is a good name with 250,000 people looking for it. Visor face shield, 268,000 people looking for a visor face shield. Then if you want to be a skirt designer, this is your domain name, 273,000. You can probably sell it to somebody on Etsy who puts fancy arts and crafts on there, so that's pretty good. Sealed batteries, 290,000 a month. Toothpaste gel, we had tooth whitening gel or something earlier. This one is 336,000. Advertising direct mail, 365,000. A shawarma plate, which I like to have for dinner every once in a while. 400,000 people Google shawarma plate. Food cart design. Listen, with food carts and food trucks being all the rage, you could do custom design work. It's almost like the design in that they do on the side of the big trucks and stuff. Probably a really good business. Nail art trend. 496,000 people look for this. Pretty great business. You can sell all kinds of kits for nail art. Small blanket, people sell weighted blankets and all kinds of other blankets. 562,000 people want that. A wood rocking chair, if you make them or know somebody that makes them, they can sell them through this. Over 567,000 people want it. I don't understand why this one's still here. Streaming video platform, I'm pretty sure it was on another list that I had. A streaming video platform is exactly what people do with everything, including Vimeo and everything else, and YouTube. 570,000 people look for it. Scan with phone, as now restaurants use QR codes to have you pull up menus because they don't want you touching stuff, at least here in Toronto. Scan with phone at 714,000 is a good one. Struggle for breath. I don't know. This was a good name, too good to pass up at 740,000. I don't know if we would do it for some sort of a cause or something like that. It could be anything, but struggle for breath is a pretty good name. It's powerful. I don't know what I would do with it, but it's good. The next one, for all you boaties, insurance for boat, 804,000 people look for that. That is obviously a business on its own. We go back to nail art. So we have nail art trend and nail art trends. This one has more, 883,000, obviously good. Sunscreen gel, a gel for sunscreen, which is gel is made out of sunscreen. 1.1 million are looking for that. This one was interesting. Hike with your dog. 1.7 million people are looking for hike with dog. So I thought that was interesting. Walked Me. I always think of King of Queens, where Arthur gets walked instead of a dog, and it's walkedme.com, but it could be anything. 3.4 million people look for it. And if you're looking for a personal chef for your house or somebody who can cater, Chef for Home. What a great brand that is for a chef who wants to do big dinner parties and stuff like that. 6.5 million people look for a personal chef or a chef for home. Then if you have a prototype and you're not sure what to do, you can test for prototype. 8.7 million people want to test a prototype. And then the last one, scan this picture. Again, this could be for anything. Could be pictures, could be menus, could be people have lots of old photos that they want to scan. They want to build a business. They want to get them online. You could do that for them there. That's over 9 million. So that's a lot of stuff. A lot of good names today. The more I went over them, the more I like them. I hope you guys are grabbing some of these and posting which ones you grabbed in the comments. I'm anxious to see that. And this list will also be available in the shared section for the group. And with that, I will shut this down and we'll go back to the see what you guys got and the questions, and looking forward to that. So anybody have any comments or things, or are you guys too busy typing? Let's go back to our Art of the Name banner. If you don't know how to join our group, it's at facebook.com/groups/the art of the name. Hopefully you enjoyed the viewing of the drops and the viewing of the available names. And let's see, the names are starting to come in now of things that people picked up. So please continue to post those. It's the only way I can get joy out of giving you guys really good names for free. So I just got to know what you guys get. It just makes me feel good. All right, let's see what you guys got. Joe Jones likes Chef for Home. Like, how can you beat that one? What a great name it is. Mark, advertising, direct mail. Great name. Great name. Afzal said he snagged 2 names, hasn't typed them in yet, but they're coming. Another user said toothpaste gel. Yeah, they're all gels now almost, so toothpaste gel is a good one. What else did you guys get? Post them up and feel free to ask any questions, or even if you have some names you want appraised, feel free to put them in here and I will be happy to do that. We are running early today, which is really good. And also let me know how this time works for you guys, if you're happy with the time or if you'd like it earlier or later. The reason I like this time is because it allows me to get all the available names from today and put them in the list as well, but it's up to you guys. You're the audience. You will pick which times are good. All right, let's take a look at some other names that people got. Let's see. Tree trimming tools, wood rocking chair, muscle building food, and logo rebrand. Great names. Great names. Like, those are all names you can easily sell for more than $10. There's no question about it. Wood rocking chair is a business. Muscle building food is interesting for a development site. Logo rebrand and rebrand logo. Awesome names. Okay, let's look at the next one. Got sealed batteries. Congratulations, sealed batteries. Rick, scan with phone and scan this picture. Yeah, those are good names. I mean, like I said, menus here now, they put a little QR code on. They don't want you touching the menus, which, by the way, I learned the 2 dirtiest things that people ever touch and don't wash their hands are the menus. So after you, the worst is the menus. That's the worst of all of them. After you pick something out of the menu, you should go wash your hands after that, not before that when you get there. The other thing that's filthy is the shopping cart, because people put their babies in the front and you get feces and all kinds of crap, and I actually got an eye infection that took me a long time to get rid of. So there you go. So scan this picture. Afzal, I wish I can type super fast. I know you're busy getting names. Robert, papaya face wash, witchcraft loves and spells. Love spells. You're gonna love that one, literally. It has a lot of traffic, and if you check the CPC stuff, lots of people Google it. I guess they believe in love spells. Keto flowers, good. Marketer trends, good. Marketer trends is a great. We always talk about trends on this show. We want like computer trends, technology trends, marketer or marketing trends, cryptocurrency trends, things like that. Great and fabulous domain names to build sites on with AdSense, or you can use another company called Ezoic, E-Z-O-I-C, Ezoic. They're another company besides AdSense that you can use to brand and build with ads that will actually make you money. Somebody else posted duvet linens. I'm hoping these are 2 separate things. I'm not good enough with a bed. I just sleep in it. Don't know. Anybody have any questions or anything else? Other domains that they grabbed or that they liked? And then don't forget, there's tomorrow's drops to look at and a lot of cool stuff. For those of you that have the expired domain search tool, I will be adding the list to the search tool right after this call, so you'll be able to hit the logo button and import the whole list of the drops for tomorrow, and you can analyze them yourself. Some of my Facebook users are getting pretty smart. Somebody just got Digital Forensic Jobs. Great name. 2,900 search volume, $2.03. What a great name. Great name. Ian, an hour earlier would be better for those in Europe and Australia and would still be good for many Americans too. I'm happy with that. I can go an hour earlier. That's at 6 p.m. my time. I will make the next show based on that, bring it an hour earlier, and we'll go from there. Anybody else have any comments about the time? I'm happy to adjust for everybody. I don't want you guys staying up really late. I feel bad. For me, it's only going to end around 8 o'clock, but for you guys late out there, it's bad. Could I appraise fixthetoilet.com? Thinking of trying to sell it to plumbers. I don't know if it's Cecil. Great name. Cecil's a good name too, but Fix the Toilet's a really good name. Definitely a really good name for a plumber. Definitely a really good brandable. And to me, that's like a $3,000 to $5,000 name. I really like it. That we just have to do enough research to find out who would buy it, but really good. Check who has fixed the toilets, fixed the sink, and fixed the other stuff. They may be interested in buying it as well. Always check around, and you'll find some cool stuff. What do you think would be good to do with your credit center? Your credit center would be interesting. You could do credit reports, or you could do fix your credit for your credit center. It's the American spelling because it's ER, but you could do anything that has to do with credit scores or credit card ranking, or help people fix their credit card. There's lots of companies that offer that ask for credit card assistance. Next, we should have a contest where you purchase on Wednesday and then develop and try to sell how fast we can close. That'd be fun to do. I would enjoy that, and I'd enjoy partaking in it. Nothing I like more than a good contest to pipe me up. Afzal says an hour earlier is better for him. Robert says an hour earlier is better for him. Joe says an hour earlier is better for her. Well, the people have spoken. Now let's go to John. What would be the best way to sell the 4L names, VCCC format, inbound or outbound, or both? Definitely outbound, John, and definitely, oh my God, I just got another message. It's 1 a.m. for somebody. We'll get to them in a second. Yeah, VVCC, you want to use InLink. So use the Google parameters for InLink or in title, and then you'll find all kinds of them that will be like that. So you type in basically in title, INTITLE, with a colon, and then you type in whatever the VVCC is or whatever the acronym is. Could be 3, 4, or 5 letters. It'll give you every company that has that acronym in their title. For in title, and in link would tell you which one's using that title in their links. So you'd be able to use that and find a good way to do that. A couple people, poor Akeen. Thanks for agreeing to us time. It's almost 1 a.m. here. I am sorry, very sorry that you have to stay up so late. I hope you got something good. If you didn't, well, let me know what I can help with. Facebook user, laundry service. Laundry service is hard because there are a lot of people that use a laundry service, but I think you have to target the rich and the wealthy, as Robin would say. Because you probably want to have a service that actually picks up at people's houses. Laundromats are still there, but I've only ever been to one recently in the last few years when my kids came back from camp and my machine wasn't big enough. But I know lots of people do go to laundromats and things like that because they don't have a washer or a dryer. But I think a pretty cool laundry service that picks up stuff would be pretty good. Afzal, can you put that link on the banner for CVCV? Sure. I'll do that right now, and then I'll come back to you. So there's 2 you can do. One is in title, and then I'm just going to pick a CV. We'll call it CMSI if that's the one I was using, and the other one is in link, CMSI, and you just add these to in Google as a search parameter, and it will give you exactly which ones. Don't put them both. There's a space in there. You're going to use in title, and then CMSI, or in link and CMSI, not both in the same line. So split it up, use that, and it'll find everything with those acronyms in the URL itself or in the title of the company. So you'll be able to determine that. I saw a lot that way, and it's pretty easy to find out the companies. So take that down, take a screenshot of it. It's pretty good. And it works, guys, it works. The other thing we're gonna be doing is building some landing pages, not landing pages. I'm gonna be building some local sites and some niche sites that I will present to you probably next week. That will be our topic, building some really good high-end services, sites that will get indexed well and hopefully generate the whole lead flow for you. And I'm going to walk through the whole process with Twilio and get all that done as far as lead generation goes, so you can make money with your site while you're busy doing other things like trying to sell it. Other people are asking questions. Let's see. I heard on an ad on TV for an attorney, their tagline was, "Your lawyer matters." Guess who owns that domain? Very good, Mark. And check the plurals of these things, because your lawyers matter or your lawyer matter. Lawyers matter, the singular of the S, the plural of the lawyer, and see who owns those, because those are your best targets, because they already believe in those words. 12:49 in Morocco, but it's fine. Great live, Adam. Thank you. My pleasure. I hope you guys really enjoy these. And I do enjoy it, but I really like to know what names you guys get. Azal, thanks, no problem. Thanks for the tip, Adam, on the 4-letter and CVCV names, better than VVCC. It really doesn't matter. The only difference between the alternating ones are they're usually pronounceable, like tofu, things like that. They're just better pronounceable, but it doesn't really mean that they're better. What's the most important thing is that there's a company that is interested in purchasing the domain name, or you have a lot of possible companies to sell it to. Don't get caught up in VVCC or CVCV is better. Just get caught up in what you can sell it for and who's going to buy it. You should be able to buy some of these 4-letter ones still for under a couple $100, maybe even $100, depending on where you look, and you should be able to sell them to the right companies for $2,000 to $5,000. Please post the list so that we might still be available after this shootout. No problem. We'll gladly do that. It will go in the drops. Adam, do you like having a sales page with all your domains for sale listed? If so, what sort of... I really don't like having a page with all my domains listed. Part of it is because then everyone knows what I own. So I don't personally like to do it. Even on the marketplaces, I'll pick names that make no sense, so people don't really know all the names that somebody owns. There are people that will actually track some of the high-end domainers and watch for some of their drops, because you can track the DNS and see what names that they had with those DNSs and then what names they dropped, and you can track their whole portfolio. So I don't like the sales pages. I'm not big on the sites that list them all. I'm just happy to sell the names, and since most of my sales are outbound marketing, I don't really need a marketplace. But I do list them for sale on all the marketplaces. Let's go to Scott. Countertop installed, mortgage financier. The second and third columns were gone, so I bought the CA version. That's okay, all good. A lot of times you should be able to look at domains that sell and then go after your local CCTLD in your own country after you do it. And what Scott did here, I am guilty of doing thousands of times, where I get ideas for something because I see a column or I see a commercial in the US, and then I go, oh, that'd be a great domain name. And then I text myself it on my phone under note to self, so I remember, and I check that every once in a while so I don't miss anything. So definitely a good way to do it. Also grab any like .co UKs or anything that makes sense, if that's a term that they use in CO UK for anywhere. Next, what is the best 4L comms other than to buy 4L comms? You can look all over. I'd hate to recommend certain sites over others, but you can just Google. I used to Google, in quotes, I'd put domain for sale in quotation marks, and then Google would show me all the really good generics that were available that I could grab. So you can even put domain for sale in Google, and it'll give you a whole bunch of pages that have domain for sale on them that are indexed, that may or may not be on park pages, and you'll find some really good domains that way. You can put domain for sale with a keyword like insurance, and then you'll find only insurance names that are available. You can put in CVCV or 4L.coms or 4-letter.coms for sale, and you'll find those. There's all kinds of different ways to use Google to benefit you, so definitely do that. Anybody have any other questions? We're going well tonight. We're on time. We've kept everybody busy. We have a lot of really good domains. I'm going to upload those lists for you right away. So for those of you that have access, please go ahead and take a look. I'm also managing about 3 or 4 different portfolios for some of you that may or may not be online, which means I'm handling everything from the organization to the sale of the domain names. So if anybody's interested in that, happy to do it. I can probably only take on 1 more customer. There's an upfront fee plus 20% of all sales go to me, but then you get me to sell them for you, so it's even better. Anybody else have any questions or comments? Feel free to ask. And for those of you in the middle of the night at 1 and 2 a.m., I feel sorry for you guys. I feel bad. I hope you sleep in tomorrow. For the rest of you, it's going to be a busy drop day tomorrow. And I find that we find the best names and other people don't. They don't look as deep as we do, or they don't use the same tools, because we are always either bidding with each other or we just capture them right away without it going to auction, which tells me nobody else is paying attention. I love that. Any last questions before we sign off? And if not, we will have a great show next week and a busy week today. Oh, a couple of questions coming in now. All right, let's see what we got. Facebook user, is 5L starting with AZ worth it as a brand domain? Example, AZGoo. Generally, I've found that it's not worth it, and generally that the state initials are not great, because it also depends on where they are. So if you have a service or a product that's good statewide, it's fine. But if you're doing something like AZ Landscaper, AZ Gardener, AZ whatever it is, they're not going to be able to go from one end of the state to the other. So having the state one is not as good as having the city with the geo. So that's my preference. I have had some state ones before and they never sold. So you can prove me wrong, but I don't think it's a great idea. Next. You often mention building a site for each domain, add AdSense. No, I don't think you should build a site for each domain. What I found, even dealing with people with the portfolios I'm managing, is that they never have, people are too busy buying to actually focus on building out their names. And I find that with you guys who are trying to organize your portfolio, there's all kinds of different things that you guys need to do before you actually try to build out all your domains. I just think you should build out some of your top ones because it adds value when you're trying to sell them, but definitely don't add them all. Let me pass. I don't know what that means. All right, Bernie, go ahead and pass. Where can I find that WordStream link? Okay, let me get that for you. I will add it to the page again, and you guys can, I'll put it as a banner for you guys. And I think I have it here. There you go. There's a WordStream link for Ian. And for the rest of you, I'll leave it up for a minute and you can copy it down. It's a pretty good one. It'll test your landing page and tell you if you've got it set up correctly and if it's optimized and things like that. So just use a test. It's just a quick tester you can do. WordStream is a great company. They have great keyword tools and a whole bunch of other stuff. Again, I have no ties to them. Let's go back to the comments. Hopefully you got a picture of that and we're good with that. I can also post it in the Facebook group. Somebody else posted it in the chat for you, Ian. That's about it. Anybody else have any questions? We're about to sign off. Thank you very much for another great broadcast. And I will look forward to seeing you guys in the Art of the Name as well as the Masterclass group. And I will see you all week. And then next week we'll be back with another great show, a big list of available and dropping names. And thanks a lot for stopping by. Have a great day and a great week till I see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.